All right, everybody, welcome back to the Golden Tee Lounge. Kevin Lindsay here. It's been a little while. Last weekend, or the weekend before, we were live in Richmond, Virginia for the NIV, so thank you to everybody that tuned in to twitch.tv/GoldenTee to join us. You are taking a look at Dodge City. It is Monday mix-up time. I'm now realizing that I actually forgot to print out my little cheat sheet because I do not know which holes these are. So, if you've never played the Monday Mix-Up before, we take one of our 18-hole contests, in this case 2020's Dodge City, throw numbers 1 through 18 in a mixer, and then outpours whatever you see here. So, kicking things off with a nice little par 5 here. Before I forget, because I always do this, let's take a look at some of our equipment here. I am using my Build-A-Bag, which is the Dart, the what I like to call the Dodge Dart. Build-A-Bag, same thing I've been using for a while. 2 drivers, 10.5 degree driver, 9.5 degree driver, 3, 5, 6, 8 wood, 3 iron, 3 hybrid, 5 hybrid, 6, 8, 9 irons with super spin, and then the G wedge and the L wedge with super spin as well. So, I've not played this contest yet today, so wish me luck. Let's see how bad this goes, because I really haven't played Golden Tee in a while. I played a few times in Richmond. Nothing to dial home about. I'm sure I still owe Brian Bernhardt money, so shout out to you, my friend. That'd be a good way to start off. Just a hole out, double eagle. I take it. All right. So, $1,100 in the prize pool for today's contest. $100 top prize, 300 spots paid. There's a lot going on. So, Golden Tee 2020 has been out for a little while. You guys are starting to see more and more of these dynamic tee boxes. Oh, look at this. Hole 1. We're just going to go ahead and we're going to ultra shot this. Haven't changed the trackball that I've told myself I was going to change for, I don't know, probably the last few weeks. So I've got that going for me. So I'm sure that once or twice today I will break out the excuse of, hey, I missed a shot or I missed a chip because I didn't change the trackball. Always have to leave that excuse there as a backup. What else do we have going on? Oh, that's right. Events mode going on. All 2020 par 3s with a special throw-in from our 2 remastered courses, Golden Tee 3D Golf's Coral Ridge. Special place in my heart. Shout out to Golden Tee 97. And then a hole from Castleshire, which I believe is Golden Tee 4 2002. So even though you won't see those courses for another month or so until our Blackout Wednesday daily contest in November, we're giving you a sneak peek in this week's events mode. Lots of money on the line. I believe it's over $8,000. Play as many games as you want. Each setup events mode is different. Your best score after 5 courses, your score, great shot points, and Golden Tee points will be combined. And then after that, lots, we're paying $857 in first place, and it goes down in little chunks from there. So we're changing up the prize pools with 2020, at least just for this kickoff event, just to test the waters, spread out some of those prize pools through some of those top spots. So, 300 spots paid there as well. Todd. Queso Padilla. That's hilarious. Thank you guys for joining us on Twitch and on Mixer, on Facebook and on YouTube, all over the place. I believe this is hole 10. Fun little spooky hole as we talk about it being October, Spooktober, whatever you guys want to call it. Spooky season. I feel like I've heard that term at least 14 times over the last few weeks. Almost had it there. And for those of you that are joining us, whether you're on Golden Tee Fan, some of my friends who are joining from my Facebook page, whatever the case may be, or if you're watching on Golden Tee's channels, obviously, this is the daily contest, so this is an online prize play mode in Golden Tee 2020. If you do not have access to the 2020 courses, make sure that you reach out to your location or operator, get them updated as soon as possible. Hey, at least it took me 7 holes to put a shot in the water. That's kind of surprising. What else we got going on here? Working on Real Time Rivals. So our 3rd course for Real Time Rivals comes out in early November. Adam and I working on the final shots of that course, actually right before I switched over into production for daily contest. Enough for shot points, though. That is all that matters to me right now. What else? I feel like we've been around. We were gone last week. Had a lot of stuff to cover. I don't know. There is a lot going on. Bounce off the couch in the hole. I'm hoping for it. I'm waiting for the first person to send me a YouTube that is reminiscent of the Woodland Farm Hole 9 where somebody bounced it off of a pig. I feel like it might be a little bit harder to hit it off of a cow than it was back in the day, but you guys have already started hitting some pretty ridiculous shots and sending them to YouTube. So make sure anytime you guys hit a hole-in-one, hit a great shot, double eagle, whatever the case may be, send the shot to YouTube. 15,000 plus online games that see those top 5 shots of the week as obviously seen on YouTube. So make sure you guys are sending those shots to us, whether it's on our social media channels. Send us a direct message. A lot of you fans out there like to just message me at all hours of the day with some good requests and ideas, and other times I wish you guys didn't bother me at like 3 a.m. But if you have a good shot, most of you guys, just shoot me a message directly, but it doesn't bother me as long as it's good. Stu Fox, if you send me another par 3 YouTube, we're probably not going to be friends anymore. But make sure when you guys are sending those shots in that they are great, because it is a lot. We get, I don't know, probably 10,000, if not more, YouTube shots in a month. Actually, it's probably a lot more than that. I'm probably, screwing up that number by a couple thousand. But point is, it's hard to sit there and go through every single shot that gets sent to YouTube. So this is why sending it to us, posting on Golden Tee Fan or tagging us in it helps us out. Tyler on Facebook. Yes, you can change the ball and the flying effect. If your bar, it sounds like your bar only has Golden Tee 2019, so you're going to need... I needed a good bounce. Okay, perfect. That was just the bounce I needed. Not the shot I wanted, but I'll take it. So, Tyler, either go to goldentee.com, click on the Find a Game link. If you have the GT Caddy mobile app, click on Places. Find a 2020 near you. If you've never played online before, you can create an account on the app or on the game itself. And then once you actually create a account, then you can do fun things like change your clubs and balls, build a custom build-a-ball, because I'm, I don't know if I can be friends with you if you're not a friend of Cookies. I hit that shot poorly, even though I knew I was in dirt, but that's okay. We should go back to that hole 10, just to show the grave sites off for October, for Halloween coming up. Just so you guys know, we're definitely going to be doing a fun Halloween-themed contest. So if you guys have those, I'm pretty kind of plain Jane right here with my Mark Stenmark golfer. But there's a lot of crazy stuff out there with 2020. Also, on the Caddy app itself, our Halloween sale is on there now, so you can get... I don't know if I have any of them, because I don't have any of them yet. But there are some pretty cool masks that the artists worked on for 2020. Some that are actually kind of scary, which is weird to see in a golf game. That was a bad shot. Bad shot, but we're still putting in for eagle. Not sure why, but apparently a handful of my friends must be bored at home with their days off of work from teaching and other stuff because they're watching. So thank you to my friends that are hanging out with me today. We will have a live stream sometime this week for events mode. If not tomorrow, most likely on Wednesday. And then on Friday, we will have this week's Freaky Friday stream. Now that you guys are kind of immersed in the Golden Tee 2020 courses, we're going to start mixing them up a bit more with some of our older ones. Those older courses you guys really enjoyed. We heard a lot of good feedback, and the numbers were really good on the our old school meets new school. So our 2005 courses meeting the 2020 courses. I'd have to take a look at the schedule, but I'm almost positive that Adam has some of those fun years of Golden Tee, like 2007, 2009 mixed up. because I personally want to play Bonnie Moore and then shoot on Dodge City or Lake Powell the next hole. So lots of fun stuff coming up with the mixed courses on Fridays. Thursday we have our final Michelob money shot contest, so $1,000 added to the prize pool one last time this Thursday. So don't know what the prize pool is going to be yet, but one shot could win you, $300-400. I think a couple weeks ago we had a $600 prize pool. I probably got a little too crazy with it, but you guys are playing it, you guys are enjoying it, and that's really all that matters. Todd, I will forgive you for not playing 2020 yet because you're working 70 hours a week. I know the feeling, working 2 jobs, but all the courses actually, it's hard to pick a favorite because they all have their fun spots. Lake Powell is gorgeous, although when you hit the water, it doesn't look as cool as you would hope it would from hitting a bad shot. David, on the last hole with the gallows, so there's a shot on the gallows. Most of the time, you can actually just high tee what I did and get into the dirt. The other shot is on top of the roofs. So on top of the roof of some of those buildings. I have not done it successfully yet. I know a few people have sent YouTube shots of it. This is an awful shot, so I'll just blame it on the fact that I can't walk and talk and chew gum at the same time. Bo, I am using the Dart golf ball, so it's one of the new golf balls to 2020. Adam is a big fan of the Titan, which is, as Mouth and I discussed on the NIV live stream a few weeks ago, Titan is a long-distance golf ball that gives a big hop and some spin. So I like to think of it as maybe the Streaks. And somebody will probably correct me like Danny Boy on the stream, but I feel like it's Streaks plus some. This actually could be a good shot. Could be a really good shot. Oh, that would have been nice. First shot, first look at this hole, in the hole, I would have taken it. Yeah, Juicy on Twitch. I don't know. I have not seen too many setups where you can't reach the dirt in one. But then obviously you have to do better than I did and remember the fact that you're hitting it out of dirt. But what was the other thing? Oh, with the dart balls that I'm using, didn't even realize that was hole 18. I was just blabbing around too much. But with the golf balls, I'm using the darts. And we'll get another game started here. With the dart golf balls, to me, I've always been a grabber golf ball guy. They came out about 3-4 years ago. They give you a good amount of spin, but they do not go as far as the Streaks do. So with the darts, I almost feel like I'm getting the grabbers a little bit extra distance, maybe not so much. It might just be in my head. But the ball is going to get a lot of spin off of the hit, and then after that, it's going to slow down pretty quickly. So you can see distance, good distance, decent amount of backspin, still like an average curve and loft. So if you're hitting an A1 or C3 to try to get extra distance, you're not going to do much more than you are with the grabber. So okay, so grabber. So I'm getting a little less distance, a little less backspin, but what you have to see with the dart golf ball is, hopefully you can see it with this shot here, is it hits the green, and especially with my super spin irons, it hits the green and then it pulls back fast and then the spin stops pretty quickly. So obviously hence the name dart, because it's made to give you that feeling like you're basically hitting the green, getting a little bit of spin, and then you're out of there. Oh, look at that. I'm not surprised that I've already had a missed chip. The first game went so well, I should have just actually left after one, but I couldn't leave you guys hanging here. I do know for a fact that this is hole 1. Setup is hole 2 here today. There'll probably be some really fun hole-in-ones here.
Golfer 1 with the putter, trying for eagle.
A little bit longer than the first shot on this green, but still putting in for eagle. Douglas, thank you for the congrats. There's a lot of good things going on here at the offices, and I'm very happy to be a part of it. All right, now watch this. I've got a super spin 8-iron. Look at how fast that spins back, but then also just slows down. And I think it's actually tough because a lot of people have grown to love the Titans, but a lot of people are using the darts as well. And I talked to a lot of players that went to the Power Events NIV 17, and it's tough. Like Mouth and some of those top guys like the Titan golf balls a bit more, but some of like the mid-tier guys were fans of what the what the dart golf ball can do. In this instance, if I was using grabbers, that shot would have probably been either on the rough for a weird chip or in the water. And because I still get a decent amount of backspin and it just slowly stops, to me it's a good golf ball to have. Figured I would switch to 3-wood with this shot because the 5-wood didn't get it as far as I wanted to with last time. David, I'm pretty sure you didn't have a different tee box, but we'll see here in a little bit once I get back to that hole. Because the nice thing about daily contests, always have the same setup for every single course, every time you play it on daily. This was the hole 6. I believe this is actually hole 10. This is what I'm calling our spooky season hole. Although this is actually a really fun piece that I know the artists were really happy to work on. It's a lot of graves, so a lot of terrible golf shots that are buried underneath all that dirt, I'm sure. So, to the shock of absolutely nobody, Joe Massara, 34 under, in first place right now for today's contest. Joe is, I would say he's a machine, but somebody would accuse me of him literally being a machine. Also, pro tip, if you're going to hit the barn and not the top of the window, because that just straight rejected me. Like, that kind of actually hurts. But now I know. Don't screw up and hit my shot over there. There's some cows, steers, whatever you want to call them. If you end up hitting a hole-in-one off of a cow, I think Adam and I said like a $200 gift card or something. Hit the shot and then we'll talk. So, Joe Massara in first place with a 34 under, Will Sandstead with a 32, Tom Payne with a 32. Now, when you see some of these scores, if you have not been to a Golden Tee tournament before, or you're maybe a casual fan or a new fan, the one thing you have to realize is that these guys are going out there, they're playing this contest 30, 40, 50, even 100 times for some of our Freaky Fridays where the money on the line, those prize pools are so huge. So when you see like a 30 under or 34 under, obviously, these courses are a little bit easier than last year's. So you're going to see more and more of those 30 unders or better. But the one thing you have to realize is that with the daily contest, these guys are playing them so much. That is how they're learning these shots. And we've shared some of the video. I know Golden Tee TV does a lot with some of those top guys in the Freaky Friday contest to show off their skills. My other recommendation, don't know how that went in the shot, but the other recommendation is getting out to a live event, whether it's the Club Lucky Tournament Champions that's going on this weekend in Wisconsin, whether it's a Power Event Golden Tee Tournament, whether it's something like Jim Shabest and HFB Golf do in Virginia. It doesn't matter if it's a huge 150-person event, if it's the World Championship, or if it's even a local league that your vendor or operator is putting on. It's just a matter of actually getting out there, playing Golden Tee with some people that you may know and some people you don't know. I don't know. It's only been a week and a half, but I've probably met, at least 10 new people in Richmond for the NIV, if not more. And obviously over the course of 3 years of doing this almost, with IT, and then for 7, 8 years, whatever it was, as a player, I've probably met, 500 people, if not more, through Golden Tee, and it's just one of those fun things that, that's bad shit. I was doing better when I wasn't paying attention to my shots. Now I'm just getting in my own head. But, if you're trying to get better at this game, or if you're trying to start playing for prizes, or you're just playing it for fun, highly recommend going out to a live event. And this comes from me, who is not at just saying, hey, let's just go up to a random group of people and say, let's play Golden Tee. But as I've gotten older, you go to a Buffalo Wild Wings or a Chili's or a Fridays or a bar, your local corner bar, or whatever the case may be. you know, if you see people playing the game, just go out there, say something, and, you know, next thing you know, you have a couple good friends. Brian Bernhardt, I like to give him a hard time because he's a top player that gives us a lot of shit on our side, on the technical side of things. But you know, without him and meeting him, I don't know, probably, is it 9 years now? 9 years, because of an article that my boss Adam Kramer wrote about me and the fact that I have a Golden Tee license plate. But that's a whole other story. But you know, it's funny to think about the people that you meet through something as what might seem as silly as a video game. And you know, I would honestly have to say 75% of my closest friends, or not closest friends, but friends overall, are people that I've known for, you know, whether it's 1 year, 5 year, 10 years through Golden Tee. So I don't know where I'm going with this, other than if you've never been to a live event, make sure you get to one. Las Vegas, usually around June for the World Championships, always a good time. You get to see and potentially play against some of the best of the best. I'm going to do what I do best, which is not play Golden Tee, and it's you know, sit behind a commentary table to call the action. But you never know what you'll learn at these live events. What was the other thing that I was thinking about? Gravy Beast, are you guys working on getting more sponsors for Money Shot or daily contests? Yes. So it's actually funny, the last couple of months, as I've taken on other responsibilities, there's just been so many conversations that myself, Adam Kramer, Andy Kuhlman, our director of esports, and a few other people have been talking to all kinds of sponsors of varying sizes, you know, big, small, large. It's a lot of work to put together, you know, sponsorship deals and stuff like that. We have a lot of fun things in the works. I know it sounds like a typical marketing guy with marketing spin, but it's the truth. You guys, there's a lot of work that goes into the back end of that, and I don't know, without saying too much, what's a number I can give you? There's probably at least 10 different people that we're talking to on all different sizes of sponsorship and partnerships and all kinds of things. So a lot of good things coming. We'll have more, you know, over the next, what is this, October already? The middle of October? I don't know. Yesterday it was June and we were in Vegas, and now it's the middle of October. But more to come on that note. So, hole 18, I want to say this is hole 12 or 13, normally on Dodge City. Almost ace the first time I looked at it, first game, which means I'm not going to hit half a good shot, which is clearly the case. One thing I will note, because I always stress the 5 hybrid as a chipping iron, a little bit different when you're chipping with the dart golf balls. It's probably a good thing because the low lofted of the 5 hybrid hits the green a lot quicker, but don't go chipping 60-yard, you know, long-range shots with the dart golf balls. And in typical Kevin fashion, I played worse than I did the first game, but we'll play at least one more. It is already 6 o'clock. I don't know. The days are getting shorter in my head, or maybe it's just the sunlight, but there's a lot going on, a lot of good stuff. So tomorrow or Wednesday, not sure yet, we will do a events mode stream. So all par 3s from Golden Tee 2020, over $8,000 in the prize pool. Your 5 best games combined for the week could potentially win you part of that prize pool. So whether you're, you know, somebody like me who can usually shoot 28s on average, whether you're a top guy like Evan Gossett or Mark Stenmark or Joe Massar or any of those guys. Where's that left? Oh, there we go. Shot points. I was worried that I was going to get 6 foot, no grade shot points. But whether you're a top player Golden Tee, you're kind of a mid-tier like me, you know, or you're just starting out, or you're a casual guy, the nice thing about events, when there's so much money on the line for a weekly contest like that, it gives a lot of different players opportunities to not only get better, but also, you know, win some cash potentially. Now, I knew what I was getting into. I was trying to hit the green so I could collect some backspin. Oh, look at that. Shocking, shocking, shocking that I missed a chip out of the dirt there. Should not have gone for it, but that's all right. This is a perfect example. If you guys are just joining, players, if you have not used the dart golf ball yet, quick backspin as soon as you hit the green, and then it just slowly but surely stops. I think somebody mentioned super glue earlier, which is hilarious because it's actually true. Thank you, so White Claw. I'm not surprised that somebody wants White Claw to sponsor some Golden Tee stuff. The Bush's baked beans is definitely a new one for me. I never thought that I would hear that, but you know, you never know. Let's just put it that way. You never know who might sponsor a daily contest or a money shot. You know, close to the pin, any of those kind of events. You never know. So just keep your eyes tuned to Golden Tee social media. Of course, when I do these live streams every once in a while, which now that we're kind of slowly but surely, I wouldn't say, you know, not 2020 crazy, because we're always 2020 crazy. But now that the game is out and, you know, things are a bit more focused on our end, now is the time where we can build out our streaming schedule. I know Andy Kuhlman, our director of esports, and Sean McMenemy, one of our senior artists, they have a lot of videos built. We've got content from the World Championship. We've got exciting matches from the NIV a few weeks ago. So there's, I don't know, probably 100 hours of content, I think I was told. So even when I can't be in the Golden Tee Lounge or Adam can't be in the lounge or anything like that, you know, we will start doing streams of, you know, content that you guys might have seen and maybe you haven't. And so I'm excited to get working on that aspect, because the more and more that we dive into esports, you know, the bigger that Golden Tee is going to continue to get, the more that means to you guys as a player. So anytime we are doing a live stream, whether it's here or remote or at a tournament event, you know, make sure that you guys are sharing those videos. I didn't mean to do the same shot I just did, but here we are yet again. Same shot. I should have just, honestly, at that rate, I should have just tried to hit it off of one of the steers for the hole-in-one. Oh, look at that. Don't know why that fell in the cup, but hey. Mark Tate, thank you for joining, my friend. Good to hear from you. Danny Boy, I think I said something to you earlier, but thank you for the congratulations and the promotion as well. Always good to hear from you. And then Mark Tate, you're always late to the party, my friend, but we're happy that you're here. Mark Tate, if you don't know, plays as Black Santa on the leaderboards. Wonderful commentating partner of mine. Him and Chris Longino and Mark. I'm not even going to try to say his last name because I screwed it up even while I was looking at the pronunciation. But, you know, the more events that we start to stream and participate in, especially with the big scale of the World Championships every year, you know, the fact that we were on ESPN earlier this year, you know, we're starting to build a team of, you know, not just people that can record or stream Golden Tee content, but also people that can help out Adam and I in the back end, you know, from doing interviews to commentating. So I will have to say, as fun as it was to be in Richmond for the event itself, it was also fun to be able to sit back, not only work with some of those guys like Mark Tate and Gino and Mouth, but also actually to take a step back and say, okay, can I trust these guys in the booth if I am not there? Because it's kind of hard. It might just be Golden Tee or a golf video game to some people. It doesn't matter when you talk about an event and you're on the or you're at the commentary table for, I don't know, 20 hours in a weekend. It does take a toll on you, and that was a bad chip. All right, I'm gonna stop talking and focus back on. I have a feeling that the artist is most likely Aaron, one of our artists in the team. And if there is no collision on the steers, you guys should get working on that. I kind of want to open the door and yell at them. Not really yell at them, but tell them to make a collidable, because I would like to see a hole-in-one off of a steer. Yes, Danny Boy, thank you. I knew I gave some kind of bounty for a hole-in-one on that hole. I just couldn't remember what it was. And no, I did not give a $200 bounty or $250 bounty on the that one par 4. If I wouldn't have done it if I knew there was no collision, but that's okay. Yeah, I agree with Corey. You should move them closer so people can hit it and then make it collidable. Don't worry, I'll talk to Mike about it tomorrow. I'll just keep telling people to hit it. I don't care. I just want to see if they actually do it. Somebody's going to pay 50 cents and say, I hit the cow and I got nothing for it. And then I'm going to send them a t-shirt that literally says, I hit the cow and I got nothing for it. I was really hoping, all right, I've got a couple holes left here. I need to make sure that we get some, we've got to have some kind of hole out, especially because it's been a few weeks since we've been in the lounge. But so far, nothing yet. All right, this is a good opportunity. Not sure why, but this,
Let's go.
Not even close enough for great shot points. That's disappointing. $50 cow shirt, sign me up. That's hilarious.
Miraculous. He's sitting good.
All right, so as we get close to wrapping up today's Monday Mix-Up Daily Contest stream, make sure that you're going to GoldenTee.com, clicking on the Find a Game link, or opening up the GT Caddy mobile app, clicking on Places. Find a Golden Tee 2020 near you. I believe we're over 12,000 cabinets have been updated. Invites coming to 2020 here in a few weeks with the launch of the Home Edition. If you guys have not ordered your Home Edition update or just haven't ordered a Home Edition in general, go to home.goldentee.com. I know if you order the Home Edition now, you get the 2020 update for free. And then, of course, we're getting close to that thing called Christmas in a few months. And if you're trying or planning on surprising your loved one with a Golden Tee for the holidays, I strongly suggest you do it sooner rather than later because numbers are through the roof this year. So shout out to Josh and Kelsey for their hard work on that end. But as fast as we can make them is how we're selling them. So if you're trying to get a Golden Tee Home Edition, just keep that in mind. All right, I got 2 holes left to get a hole-in-one. Most likely not going to happen. The fact that I'm on the tiered part of the green is good enough for me. All right, last shot here, and then I got to go home and be a responsible adult, and I don't know exactly what that means. But it is only Monday. Yeah, that's definitely not going in the hole, but that's all right. Not the best game, not the worst game, but $1,100 in today's prize pool. You have until 1 a.m. Central. Get out there, play as many games as you want. The setups are going to be the same. The wins, the pins, the tees, all that. That's actually, all green, all blue. That's good for me as much as I have not been playing Golden Tee lately. So, most likely on Wednesday we will have a live stream of Events Mode, the All 2020 Par 3s, with a special guest appearance from our 2 remastered courses that don't come out until next year. Freaky Friday, of course, on Friday as always. Make sure you're following us at Golden Tee on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, Mixer, and YouTube. I'm sure there's something else that we've joined recently. I can't remember, but we've got some fun giveaways coming up. May or may not be related to the Golden Tee Classic Arcade 1-Up game, so make sure that you're tuned in for that. And I don't think I can talk anymore. So, for the Golden Tee Lounge, or from the Golden Tee Lounge, Kevin Lindsay, thank you for joining us. We'll see you guys next time.